Hello everyone, I'm Em. Welcome back to Setup Block, episode number 7. We're going to be reviewing 4 setups today. Thank you all so much for submitting your setups. If you would like to submit your setup and be featured on the show, all submission instructions, everything you need to know is down below in the description. And speaking of the description, everything I'm about to feature, all the products will also be linked down below in the description. So, everything is just going to be linked down there in case, you want to know what that keyboard was or, what that monitor was. I'll try have everything linked down below. With all that said, I guess, shout out to Random Frank P as well as TechSource for inspiring me to make my own setup review show. But apart from that, let's jump straight into it with the first setup being submitted from Robin. He is 18 years old, currently studying his last year of senior high school. He's in Sweden and the primary use for his setup is gaming. As well as watching movies or videos, I guess, on YouTube and stuff. So definitely going for like a crazy RGB theme right here. He's got like a Fallout 4, Skyrim, and Assassin's Creed, like posters up on his wall and everything. We have a lot of SteelSeries stuff here as well. This guy clearly likes SteelSeries. And by the looks of things, he also has the exact same knife as me hanging up on his wall beside his headset there. But yeah, he's clearly gone for like an RGB theme right here, featuring, some Corsair stuff. Razer logos on his wallpapers, as well as like a bunch of SteelSeries products as well. So kind of like a mix of everyone's peripherals and stuff and logos everywhere. But it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. The one thing that I think would absolutely transform your setup would be getting identical monitors. I say this like all the time now, but it really does make a difference. Like if you were to replace all of your monitors with just like the exact same panel, the exact same monitor, size and everything, it would just look so much more cleaner. It would change everything, trust me. So that is definitely something you should probably look into doing. As honestly, dude, that'll change the look of your entire setup. I'm not even too sure if you could fit 3 monitors on there if they were all the same size as your middle one there. As like that desk, like it's pretty big, I guess. And you have fit 3 monitors on there now, but the outer 2 monitors appear to be smaller than the one in the middle, which really does trigger me. But I had a very similar setup to this as well back in the day, where all of my monitors were different size, and it didn't look too good in my opinion. So that is definitely something you should look into doing. Get matching monitors, dude, and then thank me later. But let's take a look at the actual stuff he has in his setup, of course. So for his headset that we mentioned earlier, that is the SteelSeries Arctis 5. For his mouse and mouse mat combo, he's going to SteelSeries once again. For his mouse, he has the SteelSeries Sensei 310. For his mouse pad, he has the SteelSeries Quake Prism or Quick Prism, I don't freaking know. And then for his keyboard right there, he's going to Corsair, and he's going to the Corsair K70 RGB with the Cherry MX red switches. For his desk, this is a very popular desk amongst like gaming setups, I guess. The Arozi Arena desk in like red, white, and black, I guess, which looks pretty nice. And you've pretty much perfectly matched the color of your desk to your chair, which is the AK Racing Taurus. Now, taking a look at that soundbar, that is the exact same soundbar that I have in my setup, the absolutely awesome Sound Blaster X Katana RGB soundbar. It's beautiful. I'm not too sure where you've actually put the subwoofer. Oh, you put it right beside your PC right there. I see. But honestly, that soundbar is amazing. I wish I could play it at full volume, but my neighbors would call the police immediately. But taking a look at your monitors there, which we mentioned a moment ago. For your middle monitor, you've gone with the Predator XB 271HU running at 1440p at 144 Hz. For your second monitor, the one on the left of the middle one, you have the BenQ G2420 HDB running at 1920 by 1080p at 60 FPS. For your third monitor, the Dell 2405 FPW running at 1920 and 1200p. Running at 59 Hz apparently. So that's your monitors there. Your middle one, I think, is awesome, mainly because the bezels are real slim. It would be perfect for a multi-monitor setup. Try to ditch, your outer 2 monitors and replace them with that Predator one, and your setup will look so damn good, dude. Trust me. But yeah, that's pretty much all of his stuff on his desk. Let's take a look at his PC. For his CPU, he's going to the Intel Core i7-3770K running at 3.5 GHz. For his RAM, he has 16 GB of DDR3 on an MSI Z77A motherboard. And for his graphics card, he has the NVIDIA GeForce GTX Titan. All right, I think one of the first Titans. That's pretty cool, dude. You have a 120GB Intel SSD and a 0.5 TB Seagate hard drive, all sitting inside of the CM Storm Scout 2 PC case. So now that we've covered the specs of your PC, let's actually, what is happening here in terms of cables, dude? What the hell? I mean, maybe your case doesn't really have that much space, like, you know, behind the motherboard tray to, you know, route the cables through and, you know, cable manage everything nicely. This is not okay. But what's kind of cool, I guess, is that even though a lot of these components are, you know, very old now, you've still managed to cram in an RGB theme into there. You've got a red fan, a green graphics card LED, and you've got like some kind of blue lights on your motherboard or something. So you've integrated RGB into your PC in a way. But I think after you're done, you know, upgrading your monitors and stuff, probably invest in a new PC. I think that would be the next logical step here. You know, upgrade your monitors or even upgrade your PC first, depending on, I guess, what your needs are at the moment. Do you need more horsepower or do you want your setup to look more pretty? Up to you, I guess. But yeah, that's his PC build, that's his setup. In terms of his cable management, you know, I can see that he's made an attempt here. You know, it ain't the best, but I've seen much worse. You know, he has like some kind of hooks or something, you know, holding everything together. So, and he's also left me a note here in his submission saying that the cable management is very temporary, and then he's also saving up for a monitor arm and two 27-inch monitors. So what I suggested to you, you're already gonna do and you're already planning on doing anyway. But anyway, thank you so much, Robin, for submitting your setup. Let's move on to the next one. The next setup is from Florian. He's 15 years old, living in Switzerland. He's currently in school, 10th class apparently. He uses his setup mainly for gaming. Now, when I first looked at this, I was very confused to what is happening. There are 3 monitors, they're all in different spots. I don't know if you're the only one that uses this setup, but there are 2 keyboards, there are 2 mice, and I'm just really confused, I'll be honest. I really don't know what's happening here. Now, this setup does also have 2 PCs. I guess his old rig and his new rig. But whatever the reason is for you to actually, you know, need 2 dedicated PCs, 2 keyboards, 2 mice, you know, on the same desk, there's a solution that you can do, like a program that you can download called Synergy, I think it's called. And you can use 1 keyboard, 1 mouse for 2 PCs. Now, I've used this software myself, like in the past. I think it's free to download, but I think a lot of the features are limited, so you'd probably have to pay for it, but I think it's only like £20 or something, so it's not very expensive. And it would allow you to use 1 keyboard, 1 mouse across, you know, both of your PCs here. So, you know, you would only need 1 keyboard and 1 mouse, and I think that would look cleaner in general. So then you could probably also put the, you know, all the monitors next to each other instead of this very strange orientation of monitors. But anyway, let's actually go and take a look at, you know, like all this stuff he has in his setup, as there is a lot to cover here. So for his keyboard, he has the Corsair Gaming K95 RGB with the new logo apparently. For his mice, he has the Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum RGB and a Final Mouse Ultralight Phantom, as well as a HyperX Fury S Pro gaming mousepad extra large. He has a 5-meter LED light strip, I guess, running across like his entire desk. And speaking of the desk, it appears to be a sit-stand desk. I think, maybe, I really don't know. He hasn't linked me the name of the desk, so unfortunately I don't know. But this is one heck of a desk, dude. It's massive. I'm guessing you didn't buy this in IKEA, as I've never seen this kind of desk or tabletop in IKEA ever. This is insane. So I'm sorry, I don't know what desk he has. Maybe if you're watching this, dude, comment your desk name down below, and then that'll be good for everyone, I guess, in case anyone's interested in what desk this is. But taking a look at his monitors here, you know, he has 3 of them. One of them is an old Samsung monitor, we don't know the name of it. For his middle monitor, he has the BenQ XL2430T. And then for his ultra-wide there, over on the left-hand side of his desk, he's gone with the LG 34UC89G-B. What a name for a monitor. Also beneath his old Samsung monitor, he has the JBL Charge 2 Plus speaker, as well as a KW mobile clock displaying the time there. He's also using the Razer mouse bungee for his Final Mouse Ultralight Phantom. And then he also has the Sandberg USB 3.0 hub, where I guess a bunch of his devices are connected to, and that's a lot of devices there. But cable management in this setup, it's kind of all over the place. Like, you've clearly made an attempt here, but you know, based on the way things are placed and the size of the freaking desk, cable managing things here is definitely a challenge. You've got a lot of cables coming from your LG monitor, all cable tied, but they're very clearly in sight. Cables coming out of your main monitor are also, I guess, somewhat cable managed, but they're also clearly in sight. So cable management here could be improved. I'm guessing mainly by either drilling holes in your desk to route the cables through, but that would be like more of a permanent solution there. Or as for like the LG monitor over on the left, I'm guessing probably investing in longer cables, as that kind of appears to be the problem there. Like the cables are too short, so that's why they're like, inside there. For his chair, he's got the DX Racer King gaming chair in like black and green. You've got no lumbar support for some reason. Taking a look behind his PCs right here, holy crap, dude. I'm speechless. There are so many cables here, and so many Velcro cable ties. I think they're like everywhere here. But yeah, the cable management here, is pretty good. But holy crap, that's a lot of cables, man. You've got like a cable box down there as well where they all go into. But wow. Wow. Also, you may have seen behind his actual setup right here, he does have some Nanoleaf Aurora like RGB triangular light panels there, as well as a pair of the Logitech Z533 speakers right there, mounted on either side of his Nanoleaf Aurora light panel kit there. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at his main PC here. For his CPU, he's gone with the Intel Core i7-8700K, cooled by the NZXT Kraken X52 liquid cooler. He has 32GB of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM running at 3200MHz, an Asus GeForce GTX 1060 Strix graphics card, the Creative Sound Blaster Audigy RX sound card there as well, and you have 1TB Samsung 960 EVO SSD, a 2TB Samsung hard drive, and then a 1TB Samsung hard drive as well, and you also have a Corsair light loop fan. Now all of that stuff is sitting inside of the Corsair Crystal 570X RGB PC case. This PC case, in my opinion, just looks so damn good. I love the front of this PC case. It looks so sick with those fans being exposed there. The RGB, I think this case, it's just awesome. And I do want to really make a build in this case eventually. I don't know when I'll do the PC build in the Corsair 570X. Maybe when they like release a refresh of it or something, then I'll probably do one. But even if they don't, I'll still probably just buy this case and definitely make a review about it, as I think it just looks so damn nice. For his second PC, that I don't know what it is used for, but it's there and it's on. It has its own keyboard and mouse and everything. That PC has an Intel Core i5-4440 CPU, a GTX 750 Ti, a Samsung 870 EVO 120GB SSD, and 8GB of DDR3 RAM. But anyway, a very interesting setup here, like nonetheless, still very confused to the whole layout of the monitors and everything and why you have two keyboards, two mice. But if you are the single user of this setup, please download Synergy on both of these PCs and just use one keyboard and one mouse for both of them. And hopefully your setup will look cleaner then, and maybe possibly you can even move all the monitors, side by side so that it looks a little bit more normal, I guess. But apart from that, dude, thank you so much for submitting your setup. Let's move on to the next one. The next setup comes from G Harmony, and this setup is pretty cool, I think. I like it. Like above this massive fan right here beside his PC, he has like a shelf filled with like FaZe, MOG, I'm guessing G Fuel, like shaker cups for either like, G Fuel or protein shakes. I don't know, maybe both. But you even have like a G Fuel sticker on your wall right there, some other sticker right there right beside it. I'm pretty sure that also says G Fuel. You have like two posters up there, Fear the Flock, like you're even using a World Cup trophy as a headset stand, which looks pretty cool. I like that. And speaking of his headset, he has the Corsair Void Pro RGB wireless, and this setup has a lot of Corsair stuff. He's pretty much just stuck to one brand here, and it all looks pretty sick, dude. He can customize all the RGB, he can sync it all, dude, he can do it all. So for his keyboard, he has the Corsair K55 RGB. For his mouse and mouse mats, he has the Corsair M65 Pro RGB mouse, and then the Corsair MM800 Polaris RGB mouse mat as well. He also has a pair of speakers there from Logitech. Unfortunately, I don't know what model they are. But then you also have two monitors there from Asus, both 24-inch FreeSync monitors. That is the VG24H model. And one of the monitors is like in a vertical orientation, which looks pretty cool. Very unique in my opinion, very unique. Maybe you do like coding or something, I don't know. Like you don't often see this kind of like monitor to orientation, I guess, but I think it's pretty cool. Also, to the right of his like main setup right here, he has another setup, which is quite a bit more simple, I guess. It's just a MacBook. It's the late 2015 MacBook Pro. You know, nothing crazy going on here. He's got a charger there. He has a fan pointing at him. He has a statue of an owl, I think, as well as a wireless charging pad for his iPhone X. And I'm guessing some kind of gigantic mouse pad or just like tabletop cover right there as well. Taking a look at his cable management, it's all right. You've stuck your power strip onto the desk below. That's good. You've got your RGB controller there for your like LED strips stuck onto your desk below as well. You've got an IKEA Signum holding up, you know, the rest of the cables there. However, you can definitely still see mainly just like one cable running to somewhere. I don't know what that cable is, perhaps an Ethernet cable or something, but it's running like, you know, right across your whole wall. Now to fix that problem, either get a longer cable, get an extension for that cable, and or just buy a cable trunking kit for that cable, or you just try to route it like a different way, as that cable really does trigger me there. But if it wasn't for that one cable, I guess your cable management would pretty much be like, you know, near perfect, I suppose. But that one cable has ruined it, I guess. Anyway, let's go and take a look at this guy's PC. For his CPU, he has the Intel Core i7-7700 running at 3.6 gigahertz. He also has either 8 or 16 gigabytes of RAM from ADATA. That's the ADATA XPG DDR4 2400 megahertz RAM. I don't know if it's 8 or 16, as he didn't mention it, but this does look like a pre-built PC. Oh, and it actually says iBuy Power. I knew it. The CPU is a non-K SKU. The motherboard is very, very low end. The RAM is running at 2400 megahertz apparently, and that's how I knew. I'm like, this has to be a pre-built PC. Like, he just looks like one. But anyway, he also has the MSI GTX 1060 3GB graphics card in there as well. So that's his pre-built PC from iBuy Power. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. This is kind of like what I started off with as well, just way more low end back in the day, and I pretty much just upgraded all the components over time. Now I think this PC could look a lot better if you threw in like a liquid cooler in there and maybe like some like low end RGB fans in there as well. I think it would look better, and perhaps maybe possibly replace the RAM with something that's not red, as that really does stand out. Possibly try to replace those with maybe like some RGB sticks, you know, G.Skill, HyperX, Corsair maybe. You do have a lot of Corsair stuff in your setup, so definitely go some Corsair RGB RAM like the Vengeance Pro. Get some Corsair Light Loop fans, the Corsair like liquid cooler in there as well. Just deck it out with Corsair stuff, and I think you'll be happy because you can sync that all up to all your peripherals and stuff and just have a crazy time of RGB. But yeah, pretty cool little PC build here. Definitely lots of room for like upgrades, and you know, there's potential in that PC build. If you get a whole bunch of Corsair stuff and just throw everything inside the PC, then that PC build would look like real good in my opinion. And also, before I forget, his desks. I know people are gonna be asking, dude, what desks does this guy have? They look awesome. Well, for his main one, the one where his like, you know, main setup is on, that is the IKEA Linmon 200x60 centimeter desk in black brown of the IKEA Adils legs. That's pretty much the exact same desk that I have in my setup as well. And then he also has, I believe, another IKEA Linmon desk, kind of in a similar orientation to what I have. I have another IKEA Linmon desk, like right here, you know, pretty similar orientation, but his one, I think, is the 150x75 centimeter desk for his MacBook thing and his little workstation back there. But yeah, that's his desks. For his office chair, don't know what it's called, but it's there. You know, it looks pretty cool, matches the color of your walls. But yeah, apart from that, G-Harmony, thank you for submitting your setup. Let's move on to the last one. The final setup comes from Nicholas. He's 17 years old, he lives in Finland, and this is his gaming setup right here. That's all he uses it for. So we got a bunch of stuff going on up here. I like your shelves right above your PC. You've got all your boxes there on display. You've got your Asus Strix ROG card there. Some headphones, you've got another pair of headphones, you got a LED light strip kit there as well. Damn, you got freaking everything there. Is that a Steam Link? What is that? This dude has displayed all of his boxes right above his setup. Looks pretty cool, dude. I like that. You're clearly going for like a white and blue theme on your setup as well. You've got like a blue and red wallpaper there. The red kind of matches the color of your keyboard. And your mouse as well, and maybe your PC, but your mouse mat, your desk, and you know, half of your wallpaper is blue as well, so it all looks pretty cool in my opinion. For this desk, he has the IKEA Linmon with some kind of like a drawer and something else. on the other side as well. So not your regular IKEA Linmon setup right here. He also has a white bin. In terms of cable management, I can already look and say he's done a real good job. I'm pretty sure he's drilled a hole in his desk for his keyboard, mouse, and mousepad wire. He has a monitor arm for his monitor. The bezels on the monitor are pretty bad, but the cable management I think makes up for this. And you only have one monitor, so it doesn't matter too much, I guess. But cable management here, it's beautiful. 10 out of 10, dude. It looks real nice. Taking a look beneath his desk, he has a white bin. He has cable trunking kits. Oh my lord, this guy. He's nailed it all. He's done it all. He has white cables so they blend into the wall. White cable trunking kits, a white bin, a white desk, the IKEA Signum rack. Oh my god, he's done everything. Right, so taking a look at his peripherals right here. For his keyboard, he has the ADX Firefight Pro. For his mouse, he has the ADX Firepower H01. For his mousepad, he has the Excitable RGB mousepad, a 3-meter Elgu LED light strip behind his desk, a desk lamp from IKEA, an ADX single monitor arm for his 27-inch Asus 1 millisecond 60Hz gaming monitor, and then for his headset, which also has a headset stand. For his headset, he has the Max Audio 550 Pro. This is beautiful. I like this. After seeing the cable management work that you did with your setup, I knew that your cable management is going to be on point inside of your PC. And let me tell you, the cable management is on point. Now, this isn't a very high-end PC build. It's nothing crazy, but he's taken the time to cable manage, as best as he can. This case clearly doesn't have the best cable management, solution out there. It's not perfect for cable management, but he's done a damn good job, given the circumstances here. He's done a really good job. So taking a look at the actual specs, for his CPU, he has the Intel Core i5-6400 with, I'm guessing, the Intel stock cooler on there. He has the Asus ROG Strix 1050 Ti graphics card, a motherboard taken from an Acer pre-built PC apparently, a WD Blue 1TB hard drive, a Corsair VS450 power supply, and all of that stuff is sitting inside of the Fractal Design Focus G PC case. What you should definitely do, as I've immediately noticed this, you do not have an SSD, my friend. It is 2019. SSD prices are falling rapidly. It is a good time to buy an SSD. They're getting cheaper, they're getting faster. Definitely throw in a SATA 3 SSD in here, so you can't support M.2. Like the 120GB SSDs are so damn cheap right now. Please throw in an SSD in this PC, install Windows on there, and maybe like a game or two, and you'll be so happy with the insane performance boost from an SSD. Trust me, Nicholas, if you're watching this video, which I hope you are, throw in an SSD into here. You'll be happy. Now, in terms of what I would change in the setup, I would probably consider possibly adding an extended mouse mat to go beneath your mouse mat and keyboard. Now, I know this sounds crazy and all, but I did it, and I think it looks pretty good. And I think you should do it as well. For some reason, I feel like that would just look better. And maybe possibly consider drilling another hole for your mousepad wire to go through so that you don't see that cable there. And then maybe possibly also investing in a wireless mouse, I think that would look good, so that you would have literally no cables inside there. As that's pretty much the only cables inside at the moment, your mouse and mouse mat. And maybe a few cables on the back of your PC, but that, that don't matter too much. You can't really do much about cables coming out of the back of your PC. But honestly, in terms of cable management for this setup, job well done. Cable trunking kits, white cables, everything's just beautiful in terms of cable management here. But yeah, thank you so much, Nicholas, for submitting your setup. And that's pretty much going to be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Everything I featured in today's video will be linked down below in the description. This video has taken me so long to make, I'm losing my voice right now, dude. My throat hurts from speaking so much. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Goodbye.